Hi beautiful mamas and mamas to be, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is for every one of you who is currently pregnant. So I am a mom. If you're new here, you're very welcome. My name is Nosa. I have 3 kids. I've had 3 pregnancies, and I think there are some things that are very important for you to know if you're pregnant for the first time or second time or whatever time. Yeah, so I hope that you guys find this video helpful. Talk about 10 do's and don'ts of early pregnancy. There are some things that are very necessary for you to do in that early stage of a pregnancy, and some other things that you need to completely avoid if you want to enjoy, a healthy pregnancy to full term. And that early stage of pregnancy is such a crucial time both for you and your baby. It's a time that requires special attention and care for you and your baby. So you want to do everything right to get the best outcome. So the first do on my list, we're going to start with the do's. The first thing you want to do once you find that you are pregnant is to schedule a prenatal appointment. This is so important. You can schedule a prenatal appointment as early as 6 weeks. Once you confirm your pregnancy, once pregnancy is confirmed, you can call your doctor, call the hospital, and schedule that appointment within the next 6 weeks. And this checkup is very crucial. It's very important both for you and your baby's health. During this checkup, your doctor can address any concerns or fears that you may have. Maybe you have some health issues and you are just, you are just afraid, you have some concerns, with being pregnant. This is something that you can discuss with your doctor, and he can give you some advice or counseling. And also it is a good way to establish a solid foundation for the health of your pregnancy. So don't take this lightly. Call your doctor or your nurse or your midwife, whoever is going to be in charge of taking care of you throughout this journey. Number 2, take your prenatal vitamins. I don't know how to allow this. You can't take this lightly. Once you find that you are pregnant, in fact, as a woman who is trying to conceive, you should already be taking some prenatal vitamins so that when you get pregnant, your body is already prepared for a healthy pregnancy. You want to take supplements that contains folic acid or folate, because this can help with your baby's brain development. It can also help with your baby's neutral tube. It can help to prevent certain birth defects. This is so crucial for your baby's development in that very early stage. So please get yourself some folic acid. If you are not already taking it, please start taking it right now. One of the things that I suffered from so bad in my first pregnancy was dehydration. And that brings me to my point number 3. You want to stay hydrated. Make sure you have a bottle of water everywhere around you, in your bag, in your car, upstairs, downstairs. If you are lying, make sure there's a bottle of water everywhere around you. Proper hydration can help with blood volume and blood circulation around your body. And it can also help to prevent constipation. That is something you don't want to experience in your pregnancy. So in the early weeks of pregnancy, make sure to stay hydrated. And when you're hydrated, then you don't experience nausea. Nausea is something that's also common in the early weeks of pregnancy. But when you are hydrated, even if you have not eaten, even if there's no food there, if there's water in your body, if there's water in your blood, then you don't suffer from constipation or nausea. Number 4, eat a balanced diet. Eat some fiber and whole grain, protein, fruit and vegetables. Eat a lot of fish and chicken and eggs. A balanced diet provides essential nutrients both for you and your baby. So please eat some food and eat some good food. Number 5, you want to get some adequate rest and sleep. So in the early weeks of pregnancy, one of the things that your body will experience is fatigue. You just find yourself just being very tired and always wanting to lie down. This is the time to actually listen to your body. Don't force it. Don't try to force yourself to do too much. If your body requires you to sleep, sleep. I remember with my second pregnancy, with my daughter's pregnancy, that was one of the things that I had to sleep every morning before I could function, before I could live life. So I wake up, I eat breakfast. Immediately after breakfast, I feel like sleeping. I feel like this heavy sleep just comes upon me. I don't fight it. I just sleep. So if your body feels like relaxing, not doing anything, then please take that time to rest. Take that time to relax. You can also exercise moderately. I know I just talked about, sleeping and relaxing every time you feel like it. That is good, but it is also important for you to move your body as a pregnant woman, whether in your first trimester or in your third trimester, because it can be very, very beneficial for your body, especially during labor and delivery. But there are other benefits. When you try to do some moderate exercises, it can help to increase your energy levels. It can help to improve your mood. Exercising can just make you happy, okay? It can put you in a better mood, and of course, it can help to manage your weight. It is very easy to gain a lot of weight when you are pregnant, but with moderate exercising, you can help to manage your weight. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that are safe for pregnant women, but I will advise you to always consult your doctor to know, if it is something that you should be doing. You want to be careful. If your doctor has not given you the green light to go ahead and exercise, then that is something you don't want to do. Number 7, and you guys, this is very, very important. You want to educate yourself. You want to gather all the knowledge that you can about pregnancy, about the changes that your body is going to experience throughout this journey, about labor and delivery, about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is something that a lot of women find very difficult. It may seem easy when you're looking at it from outside, but it's something that even I struggled with as a first-time mom. Postpartum blues, postpartum depression, that is something that a lot of women are also not prepared for. You can just start experiencing a lot of like serious mental health issues that you are not prepared for. So you want to take time to prepare yourself. Read books, read magazines, read articles, read blogs, of course watch videos, and just get all the knowledge that you can, because you are going to need it. And talking about childbirth, about labor and delivery, let me quickly say this. There are sometimes that as women, we prepare for a type of birth. Maybe you go into labor thinking that you're going to have a natural vaginal delivery, but then you may end up having a C-section. These are things that you don't plan for, but it just happens, and you have to make the best decision for yourself and your baby. So you need to gather all the information about vaginal delivery and a C-section delivery. Even pain management. Are there any kind of medication that I can take when I'm in pain? Do I want to take any medication, or do I want to just be strong about this? Look for all the techniques. There are a lot of videos out there that you can watch to prepare you for this mentally and physically. So that is number 7. Get yourself educated. Gather all the information that you can during this period. Another one which is also very important is to communicate openly. Establish open channels of communication. Learn to share your feelings, your emotions, even your symptoms with people around you that you can trust. Maybe your doctor, your husband, your family members, and even your friends. Look, you guys, pregnancy comes with a lot of emotions, a lot of big feelings, and sometimes we can't control them. We can't even describe them. There are some times that you may just feel like crying. Nothing is wrong. You're not sick. You're not sad. There's no sad news around you. You just feel like crying. Sometimes you feel easily irritated. There are some things that you do because of your hormones. Don't expect people around you to know what you're experiencing, to know what you're feeling. You need a lot of emotional support. If you need somebody to just hug and cry, then let people around you be aware of that, so that you can get that emotional support. Number 9. Practice good hygiene. Practice good hygiene. Learn to wash your hands always. Learn to cook your food thoroughly. Avoid, exposure to toxins and chemicals, things that can be harmful to your health. I know that it is very easy to let yourself go when you're pregnant. You can get to that point where you become very tired and lazy, and the last thing you want to do is to take care of yourself, is to give yourself a bath, look, this is actually the time that you want to do all of that. To avoid infection, to avoid anything that can be harmful to your health and your baby's health as well. Number 10, you want to stay positive. This is the period to embrace positivity and focus on the joy ahead of you. The joy of being pregnant and the joy of, experiencing motherhood. You want to surround yourself with people who bring in positivity, like your family, your friends, people who can share in your joy and excitement, and cut off from anything that drains your energy, like toxicity, toxic friends, whatever. Cut off from negative energy and just focus on the joy ahead of you. So these are 10 do's, 10 things that you want to practice during your pregnancy, especially during the early weeks of your pregnancy, to ensure a healthy and enjoyable journey ahead of you. So now we're going to talk about the don'ts. What are some things that you should not do? You should totally abstain from during this period. Number 1, you want to avoid eating certain foods. There are some foods that are very harmful for the health of your developing baby. Examples of those foods are raw fish or raw seafoods like sushi. If you're someone that loves sushi like me, when you find that you're pregnant, you want to stop eating food like that immediately. Some seafoods are very high in mercury, and this can be damaging to the health of your developing baby. You also want to avoid unpasteurized milk or raw milk. This has been shown to contain some bacteria which can be very harmful to the health of your baby. It can even lead to miscarriages from researches. So you want to avoid raw milk and instead take milk like low-fat milk or non-fat or low-fat milk. Even whole milk has a lot of saturated fats, and that may not be the best choice for you. So you want to go with low-fat or non-fat milk. These are healthier choices for a pregnant woman. Number 2, you want to limit your caffeine intake. You want to reduce the amount of caffeine that you take. This is also for women who are trying to conceive. Now, for pregnant women, high caffeine intake has been linked to miscarriages. So if you are somebody that loves your caffeine, I would advise you to reduce it to like 1 cup a day, because moderate amount is considered safe. But high caffeine intake is just not safe for you and your pregnancy. Number 3, you want to avoid smoking or drinking alcohol. I'm sure you already know the impact that it can have on your baby's health and your health as well. For a woman who is pregnant, this is something that you should definitely not be doing. So avoid smoking and drinking completely and enjoy a healthy pregnancy. Another one is to minimize your stress. Stress can be a barrier for women who are trying to conceive. And for a pregnant woman, it can also pose some risk for you and your baby's health. So you want to do everything to avoid stress. I know that it is tough, to live a stress-free life, because, the things happening around us can cause us to be stressed out. But you can manage your stress level by some scientific techniques like yoga, meditation. I like to listen to music. It's a technique that helps me to relax. I like listening to classical music, to worship music. I love to watch a movie, just relax, eating some popcorn, watching a movie. I like to journal. I did this in my first pregnancy. I had a book where I wrote down all the changes that was going on in my body for 9 months. I love to take long bath. I'm going to talk about this in another point. I love to stay in the bathtub and just relax there, relax my body. Oh my goodness, that's something I really enjoy. If you're someone that loves to swim, this is the perfect time to, to be in the swimming pool and just relax your muscles. And yeah, so these are some calming some distressing techniques that you can practice. Number 5, and ladies, this is very important. You want to avoid excessive heat. According to researchers, prolonged exposure to excessive heat can elevate your temperature, your body temperature. So you want to avoid excessive heat, whether it's from the sun or from your shower or from a bathtub. If you are outside in the sun, please take an umbrella with you. As a pregnant woman, make sure to have an umbrella with you if you are going out in the sun. And if you are going to be in the bathtub, please make sure the water is not very hot. Make sure the water is not very hot, or don't stay there for a long time. I just talked about, staying in the bathtub to relieve you of stress. When I did that, I use lukewarm water. I don't stay in the bathtub where the water is so hot as a pregnant woman. No, I don't do that, and I don't recommend that. So if you're going to take a shower or you're going to be in the bathtub, make sure the water is not very hot. I'm not saying you can't use hot water. Just don't use it for a long time. You can shower with some hot water, of course, but make sure you're not there for like 30 minutes or whatever. So make sure to avoid excessive heat, because like I said, this can elevate your temperatures. It can increase your temperatures, and that is not something you want to experience as a pregnant woman. Another one is to avoid certain medications. Look, there are some medications that are considered generally safe, but you always want to consult with your doctor, because they may just be risky for you and your baby. I remember with my first pregnancy, I was suffering from constipation, and one of the medications that a lot of women were recommending was Colis. It is considered as generally safe, but I had to first ask my doctor before I could take it. Another one is iron. The iron supplement that I was taking was also causing me to be bloated. So my doctor recommended a different type that I should take, as a pregnant woman. So before you take any, medications, concoctions, always want to consult with your doctor and get his advice. Stay clear of toxic chemicals. I mentioned this already before, but I just want to emphasize it again. Toxic chemicals can pose a risk to you and your baby's health. It can be in your cleaning products, it can be in your shampoo, your conditioner, your lotion, your hair dye. You know, these are some things that we use around us every day. When you inhale them and you touch them and you have them, even put them in your mouth. You know, all these products around us that have some strong smell, they come with some very toxic chemicals, and they can be harmful to not just you but to your baby's health. So you want to embrace more natural products. I always encourage women to clean. If you're going to clean, you can clean with some natural products like baking soda and white vinegar. Those are products that contain less harsh chemicals, and they pose no risk to your health. You can also embrace more organic beauty products like your shampoo and conditioners. You can embrace some organic products that have less chemicals in them. Don't skip meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even the meals in between. Don't skip it as a pregnant woman. Eating regularly can help to stabilize your blood sugar levels. It can also help to reduce nausea. One of the things I suffered from in my first trimester was nausea. And I didn't realize that skipping meals, starving myself, not eating when I should eat, having an empty stomach was the cause of it. So you want to eat regularly and eat a balanced diet, because like I said, it can help with your blood sugar levels. And of course, that will also be beneficial to your baby. Number 9, you want to refrain from high impact exercise. Like I mentioned before, you can do moderate exercises that can help to boost your mood, that can help to keep your energy levels up. But anything that is so physical that may pose a risk of you falling down or hitting your tummy to the floor, whatever, those are some things that you want to refrain from. So opt for pregnancy friendly exercises that are gentle on your body. You can decide to take walks throughout this period. I mean, that is the most that I do. Take walks around the neighborhood in the evening when the sun is not hot, when the sun is not very hot at all. Or you can watch videos on YouTube for pregnancy friendly exercises that are safe. And yeah, those are some things that you can do. And the last on my list is don't neglect your dental care. Don't neglect your oral health during your pregnancy. One of the things that can arise during the pregnancy, especially during the early weeks of pregnancy, is swollen gum. Swollen gum, that was something that my sister suffered from. Her gums just all swollen. So dental issues can easily arise during a pregnancy. That is why you want to see your doctor, your dentist, before you even get pregnant. And if you have any issues, then your dentist can give you advice and maybe even treatment. 2 weeks after having my first child, I had to get a surgery. I had to remove my wisdom tooth because, oh my God, it was killing me. Like I had not already suffered enough pregnancy symptoms and labor and delivery. My tooth decided to become a problem. I had to go get rid of it. My face, this part of my face was just swollen. I couldn't eat, I couldn't chew, I couldn't swallow. And that was an issue that arose during the pregnancy. Throughout the pregnancy, I was constantly getting toothache. I didn't realize how bad it was until after having the baby. So once my face was swollen like this, I had to go get a surgery done. So you don't want to neglect your oral health. You want to see your doctor, your dentist regularly. And when you get pregnant, let your dentist know about it. So these are some do's and don'ts that can provide an environment for a healthy pregnancy for both you and your baby. And I know that every pregnancy is different. Every woman's body is different. Every experience is different. So you always want to consult with your doctor to get the best professional advice for your pregnancy. So yeah, guys, that will be it for today's video. If you are currently pregnant, I wish you a smooth journey ahead. I wish you a beautiful journey ahead, and I pray that your labor and delivery will come with ease. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, for watching this video. If you found it helpful, then of course give it a thumbs up. Drop your comments down below. If you have any questions, you can ask as well. Subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful, and share this video with any woman around you who is currently pregnant. I think this will be helpful to them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next one.